Shalom, shalom. This Yair from GMS for Savannah. Coming another lesson, but first and foremost, we give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, which rule well and teach well, and to the archons and the affiliates that are passing this 100, that are teaching this 100% truth out of the Bible, the four corners of the earth. Shalom. And to you hopeful elect of you so-called, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and speckled birds scattered amongst the heathens that have the parents of the heathens, which are Israelites through the pedigree of their father, Shalom. But today's lesson, we're going to go into these celebrities, man. It's just a lot going on in these last days, man. And a lot of you make that deal with the devil. Hey, now it's time for them to come to collect, man, Because, hey, you have trust in your oppressors, man. And like I say, a lot of times when you don't continue to do what you're supposed to do, or being in these different professions, man, all kind of allegations start coming at you. But I'm just show this little quick clip that we're going to hit some scriptures on.
I just said?
We believe that Mr. Robinson is a serial and sick rapist that must be stopped.
Attorney John Harris revealing the accusations against Motown legend Smokey Robinson.
I will not describe the details of the sexual assaults and rapes because they're too graphic and disturbing for this news conference.
All four of Robinson's alleged victims have chosen to remain unnamed and are referred to as Jane Doe in the complaint.
Our four clients have a common thread. They're Hispanic women who were employed as housekeepers by the Robinsons, earning below minimum wage.
The accusations against the music legend include sexual assault, sexual battery, false imprisonment, gender violence, and creating a hostile work environment.
We're seeking damages of $50 million.
The complaint also claiming one of the Jane Does was first sexually assaulted in 2007 and that these acts continued until she resigned in 2024. According to the complaint, Robinson's former housekeeper claims in the lawsuit that she was sexually assaulted not even 2 months after she started cleaning the couple's Los Angeles mansion. Another Jane Doe claims Robinson started sexually assaulting her in 2016, claiming when she was home alone with the singer at his Los Angeles mansion, he would text her and ask her to meet at places in the house that didn't have cameras. The woman alleges he would then sexually assault her.
We do have evidence of some of the misconduct.
The complaint says the former employees didn't speak out or go to police because they were afraid of losing their livelihood, familial reprisal, and the possible adverse effect on their immigration status.
And having to tell their husband and children of these despicable acts against them left them overwhelmed with shame and embarrassment.
Robinson's wife, Frances, also named in the lawsuit, accused of creating a hostile work environment and being aware of what was alleged and not doing anything to stop it.
These four courageous women want and demand justice for themselves, and the filing of this lawsuit is the first step.
The complaint also accuses the Robinsons of not paying proper wages.
And we reached out to Robinson's record label about these allegations. We're still waiting to hear back.
We believe.
Well, hey, Smokey Robinson, I tell you, man, you follow the ways of the heathens, man. Wicked. Just want to be wicked, man, out here in Babylon, man. And right here it says, right here, Ecclesiastes 12:4 says, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sounds of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all daughters of music shall be brought low. Yeah, you here in Babylon, man, you following the wickedness of sleazy, man. Hey, you're gonna be brought down. You're gonna be brought down low here in Babylon, man. That's all celebrities, man. You feel you above the law, man. You made that oath with sleazy, man. you know, and these things come back onto you, you know what I'm saying, of your wickedness that you've been done and been doing, you know, behind closed doors, man. Things are coming out, you know. The truth is being revealed on you. And just right here on Luke 12:2 says, "For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known." I mean, if you was doing this stuff, Smokey Robinson, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're going to tarnish your legacy, no doubt. You know, because that's just straight wickedness right there, you know? Just straight wickedness. You know, but these celebrities feel they're above the law. But in sleazy eyes, you just another ninja, you know? And look, you even got a Jake prosecuting against it. You know what I'm saying? You know, because like I say, man, a lot of times they're going to try to settle out of court with a lot of this stuff that goes on here in Babylon, man. You know? That's a lot of money that, this prosecutors putting, that they filing for, man. You know, a lot of them, you know, they're going to show their innocence, man. They're going to try to, you know what I'm saying, come up with a deal. You know? They're going to try to come up with a deal that, you know, hey, just to, hey, make the situation go away, you know? And that's a sign of guiltiness, man. You know, so like I say, man, Smokey Robinson been getting his consolation on this side, you know what I'm saying? So he not gonna come back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, he don't know the Lord. You know, all he knows is what Babylon been doing for him, man. You know, he loved this place, man. You know. But like I say, sooner or later, something that are here shall come to the light. And, you know, this pretty much saying, you know, just like the other one, you know, the other scripture, you know, Mark 4:22, they're pretty much still the same, but they say, "For there is nothing here that shall not be manifested, neither was anything kept secret, but it shall come abroad." You know, like I say, everything shall come out the light, you know, when you in the wickedness, you know what I'm saying? You know? That's just a part of it, man. And a lot of these celebrities, man, you know, Exodus 23, "Thou shalt not follow the multitude to do either, and they shall halt to speak and the call decline after many to rest judgment," you know? And that's what a lot of these, you know, these celebrities, man, you pretty much got to be wicked, man, in order to be a part of having a name in the music industry. You got to be wicked. You know, there's no doubt about it. You have to be wicked. You know, if you're not wicked, you can't get the $20 million, $40 million here in Babylon. You have to be wicked. So none of these singers, these athletes, you know, that are being accused of allegations of, you know, sexual assault, you know, they just follow the wickedness, man, of Babylon, man. You know, they're around wickedness all the time. You know, if you're not, you know, following Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you pretty much follow wickedness. You know? You know, us in Great Millstone, man, the 100%, you're going to get the 100% truth of everything that's coming out of this Bible, man. You know? You're going to get the 100% truth. And like I say, a lot of those other groups, you only getting a certain percentage of the truth. You know, we give you the 100% truth. But a lot of these celebrities, man, they don't know Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. They don't know it at all. So, hey, a lot of times that's how you get the judgment from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And you have this type of stuff come in, you know, it come into fruition to you. you know, when you want to follow the wickedness here in Babylon. So, hey, we'll just sit back and see what happened with this, you know? We'll sit back and see what happened. And also Byron Scott, NBA player that used to play for the Lakers. You know? He been accused for assault. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot going on here in Babylon, which we know everything could possibly be a distraction. But like I say, if there's smoke, sometimes there is fire. You know? You know, a lot of celebrities think they get away with a lot of stuff, and it comes back to haunt you, you know? That's why you got to walk circumspectly here in Babylon, knowing the days are evil. So you have to, hey, that's why you get under that umbrella behind Bashem Yahushua, you'll find, you'll be taught how to navigate through Babylon the Great. You know? So we shall see what happens. But I hope this was edifying to the hopeful sheep and the lambs. Kwan Yasharallah, on to the next lesson. Shalom.